how to get 20 to 40 booked intros every month for your dojo without wasting money on ads using the tap system. Before I get started, I wanted to go over who am I. If this is the first time we're meeting, then this step is quite important. My name is Swapnil Garg. I'm based in Peterborough in the UK. I've been doing digital marketing for close to 12 years now. I've worked with over 500 businesses. 350 of them have been martial arts schools. I ran 6 businesses of myself as well, so I'm actually a business owner. I've got currently a coaching business, an agency, and I've got a property service accommodation business as well. And I've got 2 multi-6-figure businesses. Basically, I've invested a lot of money in learning this stuff for myself, for my own businesses. And this is exactly what I help martial arts schools do, which is to get more members. So basically, what I'm trying to say is I do this every single day. And what I'm sharing with you is from my experience. So the kind of experiences I've had is like running a local business, which is basically a car body shop. I've run a lettings business, a service accommodation, which is like Airbnb, an Amazon FBA business, 2 digital marketing agencies, and a coaching business. So quite a lot of experience, really. And just to kind of just show you proof, because end of the day for me is really important to show you who I am. I'm very transparent on what my journey has been like. And obviously here you can see on the one on the left is when I actually was doing that business. On the right is when I sold it. So you can see I was quite happy when I sold it. That was a 7 year journey, 6.5 year journey. After that, I started an agency and I started teaching people how I grew my own business. And I specialized in Facebook advertising. And after that, I got recognized in the martial arts industry. I got invited to speak on stages. I have worked with 350 schools now. Basically, the system I've got is called the TAP system, which is what I'm going to be going over with you in a minute. But it's been used all over the world: UK, Australia, USA, Canada. There's quite a lot of places. So it's really tested stuff. What I'm actually saying to you. So also, I'm a consultant for this guy. I know he's like Marmite for a lot of people, but he's a very, very good business owner, and we're great friends as well now. So I'm also a consultant for him, helping with all his schools. Whenever he has any problems, he comes out to and reaches out to me. And of course, Lee Matthews, I help him with all of his elite group and all of his schools. So as well as Andy Cleves, where we also run all of his ads. And I'm also a consultant for Nest Management. I've helped them out quite a bit as well. And I also get to speak on their stages, talking about Facebook ads and basically how to grow a school. So what I'm trying to show you here is just like a lot of proof, because I am, if this is the first time we're meeting and you're not aware of this stuff, I'm sure you recognize all these people. So I've been in this space for a little while. I also there's quite a lot of legends in here as well. You probably recognize quite a few of them. So we basically handle a lot of clients on the agency and the coaching side. Overall, it's probably more closer to 100, but active agency clients is more closer to 50, which is where it's more done for you kind of stuff. Now, of course, because of what I've been doing, I've been able to hang around with loads of these people. There's Billionaire, there's Steve Bartlett, and all these people. Basically, I'm just trying to show you proof that the stuff I'm going to share with you is actually from real life, what I do, and it's helped me a lot in my own personal life as well. And this is probably the biggest question I get asked by every martial artist, did I do this myself? Yes, I did. I did it for close to 13 years. And then after school and went into university, I went down the music route. But yes, I have done this, and I truly believe because of martial arts is the reason why I'm here. I've done really well in business now, and the discipline and focus I've learned from martial arts 100% helped me, made me a much stronger person. So yes, this is why I relate so much with you, with the industry. It's why I love the industry, because I know how much of an impact that you make and helping other children and adults. So this is really important for me to share. Now, let me just share some results quickly. These are some people that I've worked with. I want to show you proof, because if I don't show you this kind of proof, then you will probably just not believe some of the stuff I'm going to share with you later on in the system that I've got. But I think it's really important for you to see this kind of things. So Carl and Kyle, they came to me quite a few years ago now, but I basically helped them get 250 students in 2 months. There's an actual, you can go and see this on my YouTube channel. You can see the actual video case study of this. Took them from 150 members to 400 members. And then there's Tom Nicholson as well. I've helped him a lot with his basically his school. And then there's also Martin. who we did the adults BJJ. So this system works for adults as well. So you got 90 students in 8 weeks. Ivan Roll's quite well known in the industry. I'm like a consultant for him now as well. I've helped him a lot with his school. Whenever he has any kind of problems, he reaches out to me and basically help him out. And then, of course, there's people in our agency like Richard. Within, I think it's actually higher now, but this was not long ago. This screenshot, we helped him add 146 new members, which is equated to a lot of revenue, as you can see there. Now, the thing here is that he's got a very good retention and he's very good at upselling. So the lifetime value of each membership, you can see there's 3,000. I think in the industry generally, from when I've spoke to people, is normally about 1,000. So he's 3x that. It's because he's very good at selling basically and offering extra services. So this works really well. And then of course, Ken, who joined our agency not long ago, we got him 60 students in a month. Ross Penman, 100 students in 5 months. Mark Junday, who joined not long ago, we got him going, and he's got now 13 students in one night. These videos are actually on my page. You can go and check them out. And you probably might be below wherever you're watching this as well. Now, what I want to go over, I mean, I've got tons of these, so I don't want to keep boring you, but I can keep going. Like Colin, 5 trials, got added 20 plus students. Now, how is this working? Now, obviously, this is the reason why you're on this video. So, okay, great swap. You can actually get results for people. You can see it. Now, what is it that they're doing different that you are not doing? So this is basically where I'll reveal to you what is it that you probably are doing, and which is the old way. So you probably spend most of your time either giving out flyers, going to schools, events, maybe holding on events, local magazines, local networking, BNI, if you've ever used that, it's actually quite good, BNI. Blogging, posting on Facebook, Insta, YouTube, being on that hamster wheel of the content marketing where you know you need to be doing it, but you don't. And then you just post random stuff and you're just hoping that people will come to you. So I call it hope marketing because end of the day, you are literally just putting things out there and like a scattergun approach, and you're just hoping that people will come to you. This is like the old way. Now, the thing is that I'm not going to insult your intelligence here because the market has got a lot more sophisticated. Since I've been in this industry for 6 years, things have changed a lot. You would have noticed if you were running ads before and stuff, it was quite easy for you to get members. But nowadays, the thing is that you know this kind of stuff, which I'm going to share with you. Before, this was all like a new stuff, but nowadays people know that you need a funnel, you need a traffic system. Social media is such a big thing now. And of course, Google is a really important aspect if you're not using Google Ads or SEO and all this kind of stuff. Now, in order for you to get 5 to 6 figures per month in your martial arts business, so if you're trying to grow it to a 6 figure business or whatever your goal is, consistency and you need to be at volume. Basically, you need to be doing a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you, which is obviously, I'm sure you need to be posting content, you need to be emailing, you need to be doing all these things. But this old way of just hoping that it will work just doesn't work really. So I'm hoping that kind of resonates with you and you understand. So obviously, this is nothing groundbreaking here. You've heard this stuff from other people. I'm just trying to show you exactly what is it that you're doing, which is the old way. But the way most people have their set up their funnel is basically complete BS, and it doesn't work anymore. Now, the old way is this. There's two different old ways I'm going to show you. This is like if you're still using this way, this is like a really, really old way. But basically, you'd write up something, you'd boost it out, you'd hope for people to comment. And then whenever someone comments, you take them into Messenger, and then you wait for they just basically ghost you. You wait for them to reply. You just feel time's wasted. And then you're hoping that they'll show up to an intro class. Now, if you're using this method, this is really outdated. This doesn't work anymore. People are like, I'm sure you've noticed this if you're using this way, is that people just are not responsive in any way. Now, how does this work out? And let's talk about numbers, because end of the day, it's all about numbers. When you get into the marketing world, you will realize that once it's all about maths as well. And unfortunately, if you don't like maths, it's something that you'll need to learn. And it's not that even hard, really, to be honest. So, Facebook ads, you spend £240. If you get roughly six pounds, but this is where it's comments and stuff. approximately maybe 40 people comment, and then you'll find out, you'll follow up with them. 50% will drop off, so maybe 20 people might respond, and then another 50% drop off, so 10. And then if you're lucky, maybe 4 show up. Now, if you've experienced this this way of doing, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about here. That, even the show up is probably a lot less than that when people are showing. This section here in the middle here is basically where everything just drops off and people just don't do it. Now, the other way, which is the other old way of doing things, is that you have a Facebook lead ad. I'm sure you probably have seen this kind of stuff where, let me just find it out. Yeah. So you've probably seen this. If you're running ads, you're probably running this old way of doing stuff, which is basically a Facebook lead ad, because it's the most easiest ad to set up. And then you spend £240. Facebook lead ads generally tend to be a little bit more expensive, what I found. So it's about normally £10 per lead in most areas. You get leads. So if it's £10 lead, you get 24 leads. You call them, no one answers. You call them again, maybe you get hold of 4 people, and then another 5%, you're still chasing them down. And then you might increase it to 5 people that you spoke to. And then they say they're going to turn up, and then most of them don't. And then you only get probably 3 show up. So I am sure 100%, if you're running this model, this is your experience. This is what you're seeing, because I speak to so many school owners that I know this is very likely happening to you. So, when you've got leads coming in and people just not, another big thing that you're probably noticing is that you're ringing them and it's a totally different number, or there's no number. There's the number doesn't ring, or it's someone really old that picks up and goes, "Oh, I didn't put any of this information." Now, I'm sure you resonate with this. If you have not ran lead ads before, this is what you will experience. If you're still on this older method and you're going to try this, I'm just showing you exactly what you'll experience. Now, hopefully you can see why this is outdated. It just doesn't get you the results that you want. So what's changed in today's environment is this, is like, there's very, very few well-known coaches or service providers out there with like huge tribes of fans and like really solid reputation. So, which is what I'm talking about, even with school owners who are using like the old approach and they're making good money, is because mainly they've got a good brand, they've got lots of people following. So let me ask you, do you have tons of fans, followers bending over backwards to train with you? Pretty sure the answer is no. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. And that's fine. Now, as long as you understand that, and you just you can't just follow what everyone else is doing and expect to crush it. So what is the big problem? Big problem is this: there's no constant lead flow. The real truth is that time's so precious. I'm sure you've got so many things to do in your dojo and your business that you're managing your staff, or you're running the classes and stuff. So time's really precious for you. So the mistakes that I see is that you have no sales mechanism, you have no way of converting people, you've not presented any authority in your industry, in your area. There's no way of you measuring things. So whenever things come down, you find that maybe you're really disorganized. You don't know where leads come in from, or how many leads you've got. And there's no automation. So you're doing everything manually. Maybe you're texting really, like, as soon as you, like, basically everything manual. And then also the last thing, the other big mistake is there's no focus. You're basically jumping around from one thing to another, and you're basically saying, "Oh, that's my video just went a bit weird. I'll leave this in." But basically what you're finding is that you've got no focus. Funny enough, that just happened to me when I was talking about focus. But yeah, just jumping around and trying different things and not sticking to one strategy, which is basically what I see is happening a lot. So what do you do? What is the actual way of sorting this out? Let me just cut to the BS and go straight to the root, like with least resistance. So the new way is this: you run Facebook ads using our formula of writing ads, which actually gets you higher quality people. And then you run into an opt-in form or lead form. That's still fine. But the thing that is different is the back end. Things have changed a lot in the industry. So obviously having automatic follow-ups, like text follow-ups, email follow-ups, you've probably seen a lot of new CRMs that have got this kind of functionality. you probably are not using it right, or you're not used, or maybe because you've been scared of tech, you haven't just implemented it. But the thing, this bit, it makes a big difference. And of course, retargeting. Now, retargeting is, you've never heard this phrase, is basically where someone interacts with your ad and then they start seeing more of your content, more of your ads. And then also retargeting also means we have for emails as well, is counted as retargeting. So the big shift is this, and the big difference is this: you need content marketing. I think the days have gone now where you could literally just run an ad and you just get your classes filled up. I'm sure if you're doing it, you can probably experience that it's getting harder in the industry. It's basically because the martial arts industry is getting more sophisticated. Like in the coaching world, like online coaching and agency world and everything that which I'm in, this is already normal. Like this is what's been happening for past few years. So you guys are basically catching up now. You need content marketing. It's really, really important because this is what's actually going to get people to come through and walk through your dojo. You can't just rely on just one ad anymore. So let's work this out. How does this work out? So this, say you spend the same amount of money, with our ad formula as well, you can drop the cost per lead down. But majority, I find it is between £5 to £10 per lead. So if we say £5, you get 48 opt-ins. And then because of the way we do our follow-ups, which is very different to what anyone else does in the industry, it's more strategic. Is different types of text messagings that we have. The way we've tested so much that we know what people respond to. So we have all these automatic follow-up sequences. And also we're just about to launch our AI bot stuff as well, which does all the follow-up for you. Now, say you do that, you get about 24, which is about 50%. On average is about 30 to 50%, which is what normally happens. And then you get, say, 24 people who have actually responded and you spoke to. Now, from there, with retargeting and everything, what we find is about 50% that will show up. So you can see how big difference that is from 12 people showing up. And this is just from £240 spent. Obviously, you should be spending more if you want more results. But with the title of this presentation, how you can get 20 to 40, you basically just spend more, and you can see the formula here, how it works. If you're doing the old way, which is, if I go back to it, it is here. There you go. You would have like 3 people show up compared to, what was that, 12. So it's a big, big jump. And this is the reason why I can show you all these results I've got for people, is because we've implemented this system. We help people through it, make you understand as well why you need content, what types of content, because it's not just a matter of just posting a picture with a child with a certificate and that's it. That's not proper content marketing. That is good. It's just brand awareness kind of content. So a big problem that I see that school owners are facing is that they get the leads, but no one picks up their phones. And I'm sure you experience this 100%, because I get told this all the time by people. And this is why you need retargeting. Retargeting is the missing step. Retargeting basically means that you are being in front of people, showing up. And I'm sure if you've come through my ads, or you've seen me on on Facebook at some stage, you will have noticed that you see a lot of my ads. If you've been in my world. Now, if this is the first time we're meeting, you will be seeing a lot of my ads. So it's very, very important to build this retargeting, because trust levels are super low these days. You need to show them why you're the best. I know I'm one of the best in the industry for what I do. And that is because you can see, because of all the people I've worked with, they would not be working with me. And also I've been in here in this space now for nearly 7 years. But I still know that, like yourself or everyone that watches this video, your trust level is super low. You still think, you're very skeptical. You probably still think I'm bullshitting about what my results are. One of the videos, which is by Mark Junde, even he's followed me for so long that he even says, I still didn't believe your results until I tried your system. And now that video itself, you'll probably see it somewhere on this page. But it's basically this. Now, this is the reason why you are finding it harder to convert your leads. Is this parents, public are like this as well. Trust level is very, very low. There's all that in the news and everything people are seeing, cost of living, all this kind of stuff. So this is why you need content retargeting to build that trust, to show people, having presentations or something like this to show them why you're the best in your area. Because every martial arts school owner that I speak to, they always say, oh, there's a school owner just opened down the road and their curriculum is crap. They don't teach anything properly good. But I'm loads better, but how come they're busy? Because they're understanding marketing. Now, obviously, their retention might be really crap. That's a totally different story. So, what do you actually need? Now, I've got a proper roadmap to this. I've been doing this for so long. Now, what I just shared with you, this is more of a pretty picture of it, basically. So, there are actually 9 steps to this, and this is what we do. This is exactly what we help people with. I help them with, depending on what we end up working with. But this is exactly what you need to be doing. You need to be knowing exactly who you're going after. After that, you need the great messaging. You need to make sure that your messaging is targeting the right kind of person. Then you need the right product for the people. Of course, then you've got the lead magnet, which is what majority of people do, is 1 week trial, 2 week trial. Then we have a thing called the celebrity effect, which is basically everyone in your area will know who you are. I have clients that tell me all the time that they walk down the street and people are telling them, wow, see your content and all this stuff. This is the kind of reaction you want people to have. Um, of course, sales, then you stick on the high traffic system, content machine, and obviously retargeting, which is what I've already mentioned to you. Now, these are types of results you can get when you do this kind of stuff. Now, Alex Williams joined my mentorship program and it got 40 students in 1 month. He's built this system out with us and he is crushing it. He's like at that stage, they wanted to get a full-time center, but now he's got one. Now, as you can see, he's saying before using the system, he was only getting a few people per week. And then that was just maybe a couple of people coming from their website. But as soon as using the tap system, he saw an instant change. And the best bit, he spent about £400 and he got 40 students. And it's mind blowing once you get this right. And the thing is that it's a system. This is why I love this, because once you have this, it's literally switching it on and off. This is exactly what you need to be thinking how you build it. So obviously now you can see why this method is more efficient than what everyone else is teaching out there, and how you can sign up 20 to 30 students easy on each month. Now, how about we see some real life examples? Obviously, I'm going to share actual results with you. Now, Richard Canton went through my mentorship program as well, and then he before you get like thinking 500 students, how has he done that? That's not one location. He's got quite a few locations. So, but basically, using the tap system, it allowed him to have something where you can run ads consistently and you can get results. Now, when you do this kind of thing, it makes a big difference because it brings massive amount of time back. Big thing as well that I get told by clients is it gives them so much confidence that they can open more locations. So this is what Richard had. Obviously, Lee Matthews, really well known in the industry. He'd been using. We run all of his ads in our agency. But when initially Lee went through my coaching stuff as well, and they got 1,000 high quality leads in 3 months. Now, he even said this was a game changer, saved him a lot. Obviously, after COVID was when things went crazy for everyone in the industry, and this is when Lee approached me. But now we're running all their ads. We're running for all of his schools, even his mentorship program, the Elite. I'm also running ads for a lot of people in there. So, this is where it works really well. Of course, Ivan mentioned earlier, he's been using the system and it added a lot of money to his bottom line. And this is like an older, I mean, this is from a few years ago now, but I know the amount of money that's been added to his bottom line has been a lot. So the system is a game changer, and these are actual real life results. Dean, another one, 63 students in 2 months. He was new to the online advertising. He wasn't sure if he'd be able to learn it. He wasn't sure if he'd be able to do the techie stuff, which I know a lot of people are afraid of. Obviously, now we have the agency where we do it for people as well. And Dean's in there now. But this is what Dean was doing, which you can relate with, was going to schools, flying outside shopping centers, and he's just taking so much of his time that he said, by the time I'm doing this stuff, I'm so knackered. I mean, this system, he said, it just amazed him. He'd like literally got instant results again. Now, the thing is that what I want to show you is this: the market is shifted these days. And in the agency, what we find, so this maybe was a little while ago, is that this might take now 3 months. Is because of the content stuff. And this is something that I just want you to understand, is that these results are real life results. And You can research me. I've got tons more. There's so many people in the industry I've worked with that you will recognize these people. Now, obviously, you can see how more efficient and effective this method is. You need to have a system. You need to have some way of nurturing them leads and to get them to trust you, and which is where retargeting comes in. And this is how you can get 20 to 40 booked intros every month consistently, both on paper and in practice. So instead of going the long-winded way into some kind of pitch, how about I just make you an offer? If you want to learn how to set up this exact system and get and see everything behind the scenes as to how and why it works, and if you want my team and I to hold your hand or every step of the way and help you get the system up and running for your dojo business, then click the button below, schedule a dojo evaluation session directly with me. This is exactly where I'll be going over stuff with you. This is not a sales call, so please keep your credit cards away. You don't need it at all or anything like that. This is just a call for me to see if I can help you first and also to give you some value because I will have a look at exactly what you're doing. I'll pick out the bits I can see where you can improve so that you know that I can help you then. So before you do any of that stuff, but one thing I do want to make sure that this is right for the right person as well, because if you don't actually have a great service, if you're not good at, if you just like really just started right now and you have no reviews, no results, anything, then this is not the right fit for you. Please don't book this call. You know, if you don't have the funds as well to invest in growing your business in the next 12 weeks, then also please don't book out the call because at the end of the day, I just want to be upfront and real with you as well, is that I'm going to spend a fair bit of time with you. And of course, we need to gel as well, but I'd like to have people on there who will also be likely to commit in. So, you know, if there's any of these two, then you please don't book the call. But if it is, and if you have great results, you have great reviews, and you do also have some funds to invest, you know, then please do book this call because this is where I'll be able to go over exactly what you're doing. I'll even look at your ads. I'll even look at the content. I'll look at your Google, Facebook, whatever you're using, and give you a proper strategy and stuff that I know that works. So make sure you click that button below, schedule that call with me, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.